Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. Today's date is May 10th, 99. We are at Dodger Stadium for an interesting National League matchup between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cubs come into this record with a record of 15 wins and 13 losses. The Dodgers are at 16 and 15. So both these teams right now are actually playing pretty scrappy. So you really don't know what kind of a game we're going to get tonight, as these two will go head to head. The Chicago Cubs, as I said, at 15 and 13. Right now, they are in third place in the National League Central. The Dodgers are in third place in the National League West. San Francisco and Arizona lead that division at the moment. And the Astros and Milwaukee and Pittsburgh are the top three in the Central. But still very early here in the month of May. Really shouldn't be worried about standings. Right now, you're just trying to win some games. So hopefully we'll have a good one tonight. Brian B., Joel Turney, and Jeremy Brooks are first to join us here at Dodgers Stadium. The Dodgers historically won this game 4-3. They had 7 hits and no errors. The Cubs had 12 hits and no errors. And, of course, we all know Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. So we're all set and ready to go for a nice National League matchup here for Sunday Night Baseball. So, without further ado, I think it's time we get started. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight is Ismael Valdes. Did not have a good year in 99, but I always felt he was a steady pitcher. 9 wins, 14 losses, a 3.98 ERA in 99. We are at Dodger Stadium. Neutral park in 99, but actually favors hitters. 194 home runs are hit here, -1 to strikeouts and -1 to walks. So all the fans here are ready at Dodger Stadium. The organ is playing. And yes, people, watch out. The kiss cam is active. So be very careful with the kiss cams. If you brought a significant other who is not your significant other, you may want to prepare in case the kiss cam gets you. And with that warning aside, let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Cubs, center fielder Lance Johnson, 260 average, a homer, and 21 RBIs in 99. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Dodgers are the home team. Good National League matchup here between the Cubbies and the Dodgers. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight. Valdes, 2-1. Home run result, but that 15 is way too high. Johnson, 6-2. Anybody will lead off with a base hit. Will hit a single into right field, and the Cubs will start the game off with a hit. That'll bring up the second baseman, Mickey Morandini, 241 average, 4 homers, 37 RBIs. Another good baseball name. Infield double play depth. Johnson had 13 steals, and he will stay where he is. Valdes, 3-3, strikeout 9. That's high. Morandini, 1-6, and it's a fly ball to center field. Todd Hollinsworth is going to get to that one, and he'll put it away for the out. One away, and that will bring up this guy, right fielder Sammy Sosa. Hall of Famer? No. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Yes, and the man was an absolute beast. 288 average, 63 bombs, 141 RBIs in 99, and he played every single game for the Cubs that year. I'm pretty sure everyone here will agree that Sammy Sosa was an absolute monster. Johnson on at second. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. Valdes, 6-1 against a righty. Strikeout plus. That is a swing and a miss and a strikeout. First strikeout for Valdes, he had 143 of them in 99, and that is out number 2. And now here's the first baseman, Mark Grace. This guy was an excellent player, definitely Hall of the Very Good. 309 average, 16 homers, 91 RBIs. Some people think Hall of Fame. On the fence, but you can make an argument. Strategy roll. Johnson he gets the steal sign. I'm going to send him. 16 plus 1 is 17. And Todd Hundley, the catcher, +1 is an 18. And he's safe. Lance Johnson will steal second base. And the first stolen base for Johnson. Now a base hit could probably bring him in. Nothing on the strategy roll this time. Valdes will deal. Valdes, 4-6. Range play. Grace, 1-4. Grounder right back to the pitcher, Valdes. Valdes was excellent. His range is a 5. And he's got it. Nice play by Valdes. He gets off the mound, jumps on the ball, throws to first, retires aside. No runs, a hit, and a stolen base. But we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs tonight is Steve Trachsel. Trachsel, of course, would be a Met in his career. Had a rough year in '99. 8 wins, 18 losses, a 5.56 ERA. But I remember Trachsel actually being a very serviceable pitcher. Bottom of the first. Leading off for the Dodgers, second baseman Eric Young. 281 average, 2 homers, 41 RBIs in '99. Trachsel will deal. Trachsel, 1-1. It's a blank. Young, 6-1. Fly to center. Easy play for Lance Johnson. And that is the first out. Next up is the shortstop, Jose Vizcaino. I remember him as also a very serviceable shortstop. 252 average, a homer, 29 RBIs that year. Pitch from Trachsel, 2-1, range play. Vizcaino, 2-5, popped up second base. It's going into the outfield. Second baseman Morandini's range is a 2, and that's going to drop in for a hit. So Vizcaino will get a single as Morandini couldn't make the play, a little over his head. Infield a double play depth. And now the next batter is the left fielder, Gary Sheffield. Hall of Famer. No. Should he be in there? Yes. 301 average, 34 homers, 101 RBIs. Gary Sheffield should be in the Hall of Fame. And he would be, and if he did go into the Hall of Fame, he would be the first Marlin to actually go in, because he would be wearing a Florida Marlins cap. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Vizcaino stays put. Trachsel, 6-6. Home run result against a righty. Sheffield needs a 16. That's an 11. And Gary Sheffield goes ahead and confirms what I just said, because that ball is gone. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Gary Sheffield. Stadium cheers. Yay! Trachsel goes ahead and pitches Sheffield a meatball, and he turns that into absolute lasagna. And it is 2-0 Dodgers here in the first. Big time bomb for Chef. And now here's the right fielder, Raul Mondesi. I always felt he was a good player. 253 average, 33 homers, 99 RBIs in '99. Clee baseball fan joins us here at Dodger Stadium. Still 1 out in the bottom of the first. Trachsel, 1-1. It's a blank. Mondesi, 3-5. Fly to center field. Johnson will go ahead and make the play for the out. Here comes the catcher, Todd Hundley. 207 average, 24 homers, 55 RBIs. Not one of his better years. Hundley actually wasn't too bad a catcher. Trachsel, 6-2, strikeout 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. First strikeout for Trachsel. He had 149 of them in '99, but that will retire this side. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run bomb by Gary Sheffield. 2-0 in favor of the Dodgers after 1. As I'm pretty sure Clee baseball fan, I say, you know what, as I said, they're all talking about the steroid users. Forget the steroid users. Put them in the friggin' hall. If you're now going to put Shoeless Joe Jackson and Pete Rose in the hole, which they should have been put in anyway, no matter what. It's now time to get Bonds, Palmeiro, McGuire. Get him in there. Because they put baseball back on the map after the 94 strike. We go to the top of the second. And leading off for the Cubs is the left fielder, Henry Rodriguez. At one point, he was the talk of the town. 304 average, 26 homers, 87 RBIs. In 99, Valdes will pitch. Valdes, 1-4, strikeout, got him. And that is the second strikeout for Valdes. Here's the catcher, Benito Santiago. Excellent catcher. Not that great a hitter, but one of the best fielding catchers ever. 249 average, 7 homers, 36 RBIs. Yep, 94 and 95 when they would throw their Henry bars. Absolutely. Valdes, 2-6 against the righty. It's blank. Santiago, 4-5, base hit. Santiago will get a single. He hits that in the center. Next up for the Cubs is the third baseman, Tyler Houston. Don't know much about him. 225 average, 10 homers, 30 RBIs that year. Infield a double play. Santiago did have a steal. He's not getting it tonight. Valdes, 5-1, strikeout 7, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Valdes. And they're now 2 away. And now the shortstop, Jose Hernandez, 266 average, 19 homers, 62 RBIs that year. Santiago on it first, and he will stay put. Houston was a utility infielder for a few years, including the Indians. Valdes, 5-5, it's a blank. Hernandez, 6-4, and it's flied to right field, and that's going to be Mondesi getting to that, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cubs, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Dodgers is the first baseman, Eric Karros, and he was another solid player. 304 average, 34 homers, 112 RBIs in 99. I remember watching Karros. He could hit the ball. Trachsel with the pitch. 4-1, it's blank. Karros, 2-2, and it's flied to left field. It'll stay in the park. Easy play for Rodriguez, and that's the first out. Next up is the center fielder, Todd Hollinsworth. 284 average, 9 homers, 32 RBIs that year. Karros was on the Cubs in 2003. Yes, he would. Trachsel, 3-5, range play at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 2-1. It's a pop fly ball behind the plate to pop out to the catcher. Going after it is Santiago. His range is a 4, and he'll make the catch near the net. That's out number 2. Nice play by Santiago. It's a range play. I wouldn't roll for an error on that one. And now that'll bring up the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, Hall of Famer. Damn straight. 275 average, 15 homers, 67 RBIs. With 3,000 hits, you get in. Beltre at the plate. Trachsel. 1-1. That's a blank. Beltre. 3-6. And it's powered into center field. That's a 14. But it'll stay up there. Easily played there by Johnson. And Johnson will get it and retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the Dodgers. 2-0 after 2. As Doug Hunt joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. Adrian Beltre, Hall of Famer. The 3,000 hits says yes. Leading off for the Cubs will be the pitcher, Steve Trachsel. He had a 111 average and nothing else really there in 99. 2-0 in favor of the Dodgers. Valdes, 1-1. That's a blank. Trachsel, 4-5. And he gets a base hit right past the pitcher. Trachsel will get a single and he'll head to first. Trachsel gets there at first base and says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Trachsel on at first. Now the batter is Johnson. Johnson got a single his first time up. Pretty sure Trachsel actually does have a stolen base, which is, I don't know how he got one. Probably a failed hit and run. Nothing happening there, though. Valdes, 1-1. It's blank. Johnson, 1-1. And that's a ground ball to short. 2-2-3. Second base pivot. Young, a 0. A 1-3. It's a double play. And they got it. 2 outs. 6-4-3 double play hit into by Johnson. And 2 down. And next up is Morandini. Morandini is 0 for 1. Still married. Todd Hollingsworth married to Matt Hergis's sister Marcy. Still married. Now that is a good thing. You won't see them. You won't see him on a kiss cam at Coldplay with someone else. Oh boy. Valdes, 1-6 at the blank. Morandini, 6-1 against the righty. It'll be a base hit. He'll hit that one past second. Morandini keeps the inning going. First hit for him. And here comes Sosa. Sosa's 0 for 1. Morandini on at first, and he will stay put. Valdes will deal with Sosa. Valdes, 5-2. Pitcher result against the righty. A 1-4 is a single past the pitcher. That's a 3. It's a single. Morandini will have the speed with 2 outs. He'll make third. So Sosa keeps the inning going, and now another hit. And here comes Grace. Grace is 0 for 1. Cubs threatening here in the top of the third, 2-0 Dodgers. Strategy roll. Valdes trying to get out of the inning. Valdes will pitch. 5-1. Strikeout 2. Got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The inning is over. A big strikeout for Valdes. That's his 4th. No runs and 3 hits for the Cubs. Strand a couple. Go to the bottom of the third. As I said, everyone, the kiss cam is active. So if you are here in the chat with somebody who is your significant other, I suggest you hide. That's funny. The thing about it is, though, as much as we're all making, as much as social media and is actually making fun of that thing, I do really feel bad for the families of the two, because they didn't deserve that. It's going to cost that guy a lot, too. We go to the bottom of the third, and he deserves it. Leading off for the Dodgers is the pitcher, Ismael Valdes. 0.86 average, but a couple RBIs in 99. Trachsel, 6-6. Home run result. No. Valdes, 3-1. Grounded to short. Easy play for Hernandez. And he'll throw it over for the out. One down. Here's Young. Young is 0 for 1. Trachsel. And 2-6. That's a blank. Not tired. Young, 3-4. And it's a single. Hits that one past short. And Young has his first hit of the ball game. Here's Vizcaino. Vizcaino got a single his first time up. Infield double play. Young at 51 steals. And he's going. 14 plus 1 is 15. Santiago catcher arm -1. So a 1-14, Young is safe. And he just got under the tag. Eric Young just gets under the tag. They're going to call for a replay. Oh, that's right. They didn't do that in 99. Now he's safe. Eric Young with a stolen base. And that takes away the double play chance. And he's going to stay at second this time. Trax with the pitch. Trachsel, 1-3. Error, grounder. Vizcaino, 1-5. Base hit to right field. Right fielder is Sosa. His error rating is a 5. That's an 18. He filled it cleanly. Eric Young, base runner 4. Single to right, +0. Young will score on a 4, and he will. Young comes around and scores from second. Vizcaino goes to first. 3-0 Dodgers. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Vizcaino. And now here comes Sheffield. Sheffield hit a bomb his first time up. Infield back to double play. Still one out here in the bottom of the third. The Dodgers with a 3-0 lead. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Trachsel 2-5 blank. Sheffield 6-6. And that's fly to right. This time it'll be Sosa getting to that one. And that is out number 2. Here's Mondesi. Mondesi is 0 for 1. Vizcaino stays put. And Trachsel will pitch. Trachsel 2-1 range play. Mondesi 4-3 fly ball left field going to Rodriguez. Henry Rodriguez wasn't too bad. His range is a 3, but he won't get that one. And that's going to be a base hit to left. Vizcaino, base runner with 2 outs, base runner 4, single to left -3. The only way he gets there is on a 1 to hold. So Vizcaino holds at second base even with 2 outs, but Mondesi keeps the inning going. And now a chance for Hundley. Hundley is over 1. The lovely Barbara joins us here at Dodger Stadium. Barbara, the kiss cam is active, so make sure you have your significant other today. Kiss cam is active. Be very careful. I've been waiting for you to get in the chat to let you know the kiss cam is active, so be very careful. This guy in on at second, Mondesi on at first. Hundley 0 for 1. Strategy, he'll stay put. Trachsel, a 6-5 strikeout 3, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is done. And that's the second strikeout for Trachsel. 1 run, 3 hits for the Dodgers. 3-0 lead now after 3. All you have is Pippin, so no worries on the kiss cam for me. I just want to be sure. Just want to be sure, Miss Barbara. The kiss cam is active and it's looking for people. So I just thought I'd give you fair warning, just in case. Pippin is your pup. Well, you got your pup. Okay, just want to make sure you didn't bring a significant somebody else other than your, significant. Maybe you brought another puppy with you instead of Pippin. Pippin may want to divorce you after that there, my dear, if he sees you with another puppy. So I'm just letting you know, kiss cam is active. Top of the 4th, leading off for the Cubs is Henry Rodriguez, and he's 0 for 1. Valdes will pitch. 2-1 home run result against the righty. Rodriguez needs a 15. That's an 11, and it's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Henry Rodriguez. And the Cubs are on the board. That was just a flat-out grapefruit by Valdes. And it's now 3-1. As Henry Rodriguez will hit a solo bomb. Single, single, single is you. Well, single, single, single is me too. Here's Santiago. Santiago 1 for 1. Got a base hit his first time up. As Barbara rooting for the Cubbies. Valdes will go ahead and pitch. Valdes 2-6 against the righty. It's blank. Santiago 3-1. Powers 1 into left field. That's an 11. It's going to be a double. So Santiago hits that one off the wall. He'll round first, head to second easily. And now Santiago has a stand-up double. So the Cubs coming out here hard in the top of the 4th inning. And already 3-1. And here comes Houston. Houston is 0 for 1. Valdes in a little bit of trouble here in the 4th. Nothing on the strat. Valdes will pitch. Valdes 5-1. Strikeout. Cold strike 3 on Houston. Got him. Houston goes down on strikes. That is the 5th strikeout for Valdes. 1 away. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 1. Santiago. He will stay put. Valdes 2-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Hernandez 6-3, and it's pumped up to short. And that's going to be called by Vizcaíno. Infield fly rule in effect. Out number 2. The runner on second. So now 2 down. Here comes Trachsel. Trachsel got a single his first time up. 3-1 favor of the Dodgers. Strategy. And that's a 1. Santiago staying put. Valdes, 4-6. Range play. Trachsel, 3-1. That's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Mondesi. He wasn't that great. His range is a 2, and that's going to be a base hit, and it's going to fall in for a single. Will it score Santiago? He wasn't very fast. With 2 outs, base runner 2, a single to right is a -2. Santiago has to hold. As right fielder Mondesi has an excellent arm out there, and he throws it in there to prevent Santiago from scoring. Trachsel gets his second hit of the night. Again, he says, DH, I still don't need no stinking DH. Trachsel now 2 for 2. Here's Johnson. Runners at first and third. Top of the 4th, 3-1. Strategy. And nothing happening. Valdes trying to get out of this. Valdes, 6-4. Strikeout 13. No. Johnson, 2-2. And it's a hard line drive right to third, right to Beltre. Pow. Inning over. Right in the glove. But the Cubs get 1 run on 3 hits. A solo bomb by O'Henry. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Eric Karros. Karros is 0 for 1. 3-1 favor of the Dodgers. Trachsel, 6-2. Strikeout 8. Got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Trachsel. And now here's Hollinsworth. And he's 0 for 1. 0 for 1. Trachsel will deal. Trachsel, 2-4. Possible error. Hollinsworth, 2-3. Ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Grace. Grace's error rating is a 4. That's a 7. Grace has got it. Trachsel comes over. Grace will shovel it to him. And that is out number 2. Grace didn't make many errors at first. He was a solid first baseman. Here's Beltre. Beltre 0 for 1. Trachsel will go ahead and deal. Trachsel, 4-3. Range play. Beltre, 5-1. That's hit to right field. That's going to be a double to right, but it's a range play for Sosa. Sosa's range was a 3. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And he'll make the catch, take a double away from Beltre, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Bums. 3-1 Dodgers after 4. As Ben Witz joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. We go to the 5th. Leading off for the Cubs is Mickey Morandini, and he is 1 for 2 with a single. Valdes will go ahead and pitch. Valdes, 1-4, strikeout. No, that's high. Morandini, 2-1, fly to right field. Easy play for Mondesi. And Mondesi will get to it for the out. Next batter is Sosa. Sosa's 1 for 2 with a single. I'm pretty sure Ben Witz knows that's. I'm pretty sure Ben Witz will agree with me that Sammy Sosa was an absolute Godzilla of a man. Valdes, 2-2 against the righty, walk. Sosa, 3-3, hard fly ball to center. It'll stay up there. That'll be a play for Hollinsworth, and he's got it for out number 2. Yeah, Ben Witz always seems to get caught in traffic every time I have a game here at Dodger Stadium. Here's Grace. Mark Amazing Grace is 0 for 2. Valdes still doesn't belong. Now he's a drug user, use corked equipment. I still put him in the Hall. Sorry, Ben. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just still put him in there. Forget all that crap. Still got to put your bat on the ball. Valdes, 4-5. Strikeout, 20, no. Grace, 2-4. And that's grounded to first. That'll be an easy play for Caros. And he'll take his time and get to the bag. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Cubbies. We go to the bottom of the fifth. But yes, Benwitz is not wrong. We all understand all about this. But as I said, they're now putting it. Pete Rose is now eligible. Shoeless Joe Jackson, who should have been eligible anyway, long ago, eligible. You know what? Put them all in there. And the reason why I say that, after the 94 strike, baseball needed something to get them back on the map. And you had McGuire, Sosa, Palmeiro, and now they just don't want to give them, like I said, I kind of forgiven them. Just put them in the Hall of Fame where they belong. Where are we? Bottom of the fifth? Yes, we are. Leading off for the Dodgers is Ismael Valdes, and he's 0-for-1. Trachsel will pitch. Trachsel, 1-4, strikeout. Easy swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the fourth K for Trachsel, 1 away. Here's Young. Young is 1-for-2 with a single. Trachsel will pitch. Trachsel, 5-4. Pitcher result, 5 against the righty. That's a blank. Young, 1-5, and it's a hard line out right to short. Glove by Hernandez. It's out number 2. Here's Vizcaino. Vizcaino 2-for-2 with 2 singles. Making one visit where you took over an hour to go 5 miles where you were playing on the Scrabble tournament. A Scrabble tournament? Jeez, I haven't played Scrabble in so long, and I love the game. Trachsel, 2-6. That's a blank. Vizcaino, a 6-6, and that's flied to right field. That'll be an easy play for Sosa, and he's got it, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. 3-1 after 5. In fact, it was the National Scrabble Championships. You were not in Division I. Oh, you're just being modest, Ben. We know for a fact you won that tournament. Top of the 6th. Leading off for the Cubbies will be Henry Rodriguez. 1-for-2 with a bomb. Valdes, 5-6, strikeout, and that'll be just a little high. Rodriguez, 4-4, base hit for Rodriguez. He hits that into right. That'll be a single for him. Rodriguez now has his second hit of the game. And here comes Santiago. Santiago, a single and a double. 2-for-2. Infield, a double play. Better Scrabble player than a chess player. Yeah, I'm a chess player. Strategy roll for Rodriguez. Henry will stay put. Valdes, 6-4, strikeout, no. Santiago, 1-1, and that is a fly to left. That'll be an easy play for Sheffield. And that's the first out. Here's Houston. Houston is 0-for-2. Henry had 2 steals. He won't get one here. Valdes, 4-5, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 6. And Tyler Houston has the hat trick. 2 away for Hernandez. He's 0-for-2. Henry stays where he is. Valdes, a 2-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Hernandez, 1-5, and it's a hard line drive right to third. Adrian Beltre puts up the glove. Pow! And that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Davo 9 joins us here at Dodger Stadium. Mark Repchinski had a nickname Scrabble. Yeah, because of that name. Worth 32 points if it was a legal word. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Gary Sheffield, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He is 1-for-2 with a bomb. Gary Sheffield, put him in the friggin' Hall. Put him in the Hall of Fame, and he will put on he will be wearing a Marlins cap. He will be the first Marlin to be actually in the Hall of Fame in terms of wearing a cap. Trachsel, 2-4, possible error. Sheffield, 2-5, pop fly ball to third base. And that's being hit to Houston. And Houston is error rating as an 18, but he's going to make the catch. It's going to be out number 1. That's a pop out to third. That's out number 1. I'm going to have to make a rule concerning pop out on errors, pop outs to first and to third, if it's a foul ball or if it's in foul territory or not. I'm going to have to make a rule on that. Chris actually doesn't have one for that. I'm going to have to work on that. I'm going to have to make a rule. Here's Mondesi. Mondesi is 1 for 2. I'm thinking if it's an even number off the batter card, if the combined dice is an even number, it's a fair ball. If the combined dice off the batter card or the ballpark card is an odd number, it's in foul territory. But only for pop fly balls to first or third, not to second or short. Trachsel will pitch to Mondesi. He's 1 for 2. Trachsel, 5-3 against the righty, blank. Mondesi, 6-4, grounded to third. Easy play there this time for Houston. And he will get that for out number 2. Here's Hundley. Hundley is 0 for 2, struck out twice. Trachsel, a 5-2, strikeout 12, swing and a miss, struck him out. Hundley now has the hat trick. And that's the 5th K for Trachsel. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. 3-1 after 6. Combined ERA of these pitchers is 9.4, and right now only 4 runs scored in this ball game. So we're having a good pitchers matchup tonight, especially better after last night's destruction. We go to the top of the 7th. Steve Trachsel is a leadoff batter. Trachsel will be tired. He will be tired after the next inning. I'm going to say they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. That'll be it for him. Trachsel coming out of the game. The Cubs are going to go to the bench. So Trachsel will leave with the L. And coming on to pinch hit for the Cubs is going to be Curtis Goodwin. 230 average, no homers, 9 RBIs in 99. So Curtis Goodwin will come in there. Cabrera, no. Miguel Cabrera will be wearing a Tigers cap. He had more years with the Tigers than he did with the Marlins. Sheffield had more years with the Marlins, and his best years were with the Marlins, especially winning the World Series in 97. That's why he'll wear a Marlins cap. But no, I expect Miguel Cabrera to be wearing a Tigers cap all the way. I totally understand that. Valdes will pitch to Goodwin. Valdes, 6-3, strikeout 11, and he got him, struck him out. 7th strikeout for Valdes, even with the -1 adjustment. 1 down, here's Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3, a single. Yeah, he's better. Yeah, he's definitely a Tiger. Valdes, 6-3, strikeout, no. Johnson, a 5-5, and that's grounded to second base. That'll be easily played for Eric Young. And Young will get that and throw it over. And that is out number 2. That's the first put out by Eric Young at second base. He had to wait till the 7th inning to finally make a play. Here's Morandini. Morandini 1 for 3 with a single. Valdes. And Valdes is tired, by the way. But he's going to pitch. Valdes, 3-2. Hit by pitch. No. Morandini, 1-1 against the righty. It's a base hit. He hits that one up the middle, and Morandini will have a single. Single for him. And now the batter is Sosa. Sosa 1 for 3 with a base hit. Valdes, they say he can pitch. They're going to keep him on the mound. They're going to keep him out there. Valdes is going to pitch to Sosa. Fans here at Dodger Stadium would like to see a good pitch. Strategy. That's a 1. Morandini gets the steal sign. He is not going anywhere. Valdes will pitch. Valdes, 6-4, strikeout 18. That will miss. Sosa, 3-2, and it's a ground ball to short. Vizcaíno will get to that one, take his time, throw to second to get Morandini. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. As right now, Valdes has done an excellent job tonight. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It'll be May 13th. There were only 3 games on May 13th, so I kind of just chose a game that maybe a lot of people would want to watch. We're going to Yankee Stadium once again, as the Anaheim Angels will be taking on the New York Yankees. Good pitching matchup, actually. Omar Olivares will be pitching for the Angels, and Hideki Irabu will be going for the Yankees. It's actually a pretty good pitching matchup between Olivares and Irabu. So the Halos and the Bronx Bombers tomorrow night. Angels and the Yankees. That will be tomorrow on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th here, Dodgers lead the Cubs 3-1. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Eric Karros. He is 0 for 3. Cubs need a pitcher. And they're going to go ahead and go in the Cub bullpen. The Cub bullpen is the Cub bullpen is pretty bad. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Scott Sanders. 4 wins, 7 losses, a couple of saves. A 5.52 ERA. Scott Sanders will be the second Cubs pitcher. So Karros leads off on the 7th, 3-1 Dodgers. Sanders, 3-2. It's a blank. Karros, a 6-5, and that's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Hernandez, and he'll toss it over for the out. And that is 1 down. Next up is Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth is 0 for 2. Sanders sets up and deals. 4-2 against the lefty. Walk. That's ball 4. He'll walk him. 45 walks by Sanders. That'll be the first walk for him in this inning. And here comes Beltre. Beltre 0 for 2. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are still on. And Hollinsworth will stay where he is. Sanders will pitch. Sanders 4-1 against the righty. Strikeout. No. Beltre 5-4. Powers one into right field. That's a 9, and he's just going to miss a triple. It'll stay up there long enough for Sosa to get it. 2 away. Just missed the triple by a foot. 2 down. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Ismael Valdes. As he's going to go to the bench, they will be done with him. Valdes leaves with the W. And we'll see a pinch hitter for the Dodgers, and it is going to be Devon White. 268 average, 14 homers, 68 RBIs. Devon White will go ahead and pinch hit here. So Hollingsworth on it first. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 8th. Sanders will pitch. Sanders, 3-4, range play. White, 2-1. That's a power hit to left field. That's an 18 against the righty. That's going to be a fly ball to left. A fly ball to left field. Going after that is Rodriguez. Rodriguez's range is a 3. He will make the catch and retire the side. What a play by O. Henry. And that will do it. Nothing across except the walk. 3-1 Dodgers after 7 in a close game here tonight. Top of the 8th. Leading off for the Cubs is Mark Amazing Grace. And he is 0 for 3. Dodgers need a pitcher, and there's a couple of lefties in there. So coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Pedro Borbon. 4 wins, 3 losses, a save, a 4.09 ERA. Pedro Borbon, not that Pedro Borbon from the 70s. This one here. Pedro Borbon will come on to pitch, and he can pitch to 3 of them. So he's actually only a 3-batter here. So Pedro Borbon will come on to pitch. Top of the 8th. Borbon will pitch to Grace. Borbon, 6-2 against the lefties. Strikeout. That just missed because of the stadium. Grace, 5-4 against the lefty. It's a ground ball to first. That'll be handled there by Karros. He takes to the bag himself for out number 1. Because he was facing a lefty, that was an out. Once again, you just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Here's O. Henry. O. Henry is 2 for 3, a single and a bomb. Borbon will deal. Borbon, 1-4, range play. Rodriguez, 3-2. That's a single pass first. It's a range play for Karros. He was pretty good. His range is a 4. And he's got it. Nice play by Karros. Borbon will come on over. Karros throws to first again. I mean, that's out number 2. Nice play by Eric Karros. And now Santiago. Santiago, 2 for 3, a single and a double. Now 2 outs, top of the 8th. Borbon will deal. Borbon, 3-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Santiago, 5-3, powers 1 into left field. That's a 2 against the lefty. It's a single. Santiago will get a base hit and keep the inning going. And now Tyler Houston, the batter. Borbon is now tired. Question is, are they going to let Houston pinch hit against him? And Houston had 276 at bats. And I'm going to say he does. Houston's going to go ahead and bat. 2 outs. Santiago on at first. Strategy rolls are still on. And nothing there. Santiago stays put. Borbon is tired, but he will pitch. Borbon, 5-2 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. And it will be a fly ball to center field. Easy play for Hollingsworth. Will come in a bit. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. Dodger pitching has done a heck of a job tonight. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order for the Dodgers, here's Eric Young. Young is 1 for 3 with a single. Sanders can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. They're going to let him pitch. 3-1 Dodgers, bottom of the 8th. Sanders will deal. Sanders, 2-4, range play. Young, 4-6. That's powered into right field. That's going to be a 16 against a righty. It's a fly ball to right. Sosa going after it. His range is a 3, and he will, nope. That's going to drop in. That's going to be a base hit. A little bit out of Sosa's reach, and Eric Young has a leadoff single. So insurance run on base. Here comes Vizcaino. He's 2 for 3. Infield double play. Young at 51 steals, and he does not get the steal sign, barely. Vizcaino gets the hit and run, though. He gets the hit and run. 9 + 1 is 10. Vizcaino only struck out rating a 6 at the +3. That was a 12. He does get the hit and run. That's not a bad idea. Vizcaino, not that powerful a hitter and not that good against righties. Doesn't makes actual sense. Hit and run is on. Sanders, 5-3. Wild pitch. Don't have to worry about that now. It's a wild pitch, and Young goes to second. Young now goes to second base on the wild pitch. So now the hit and run is off, and now so takes the double play away. Re-roll the strat. Young stays put. Sanders, he will pitch. Sanders, 1-3. Home run result, but the 7 is too high. Vizcaino, 3-1, and that's flied to right field. That'll be easily caught by Sosa. And that is out number 1. Young, base runner 4. Hit to right, a 0. Sosa, 0. A 1-4, Young will get to third. He won't. Didn't go deep enough. Young holds. So he stays at second base. Now the batter is Sheffield. Sanders is tired. They're going to go to the bullpen. So the Cubs are going to go to a new pitcher here to pitch to Sheffield. And coming on to pitch to him is going to be Terry Adams. 6 wins, 3 losses, 13 saves, 4.02 ERA. So Adams comes in here to pitch to Sheffield. Sheffield is 1 for 3 with a bomb. 1 out. Big insurance run on second for the Dodgers. Young, let's see what he does. He stays put. Adams will pitch to Sheffield. Adams, 6-4. Error on a grounder. Sheffield, 3-5. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Tyler Houston. His error rating is an 18. That's a 3. It's an error. Tyler Houston's going to boot that one away from him, and everyone is safe. That's going to be an E5 on the Cubs. And that's the first error on the Cubs. They did not have any errors in the game historically. Now runners to the corners. The Cubs got to play the infield in. And here comes Mondesi. Adams goes ahead and looks at Houston and said, okay, now I know why you're just really a bench player. You stink. Young on at third, Sheffield on at first. Infield is now in, and there is 1 out. Strategy rolls are still on, and nothing happening there. Adams will go ahead, and he will pitch. Adams, 2-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Mondesi, 6-3. It's a fly ball to right field. Sosa's going to track that down and make the catch for the out. Mondesi, sacrifice fly of 1. Hit to right +1 is a 2, and he won't bring in Young that way. Now, Young's got good speed. Young, base runner 4. Sosa has a 0 arm. A 1-4, Young still scores. No, they can't bring him in. Too shallowed, and Sammy Sosa threw that ball in there, and they decide not to send Eric Young 2 down. So they cannot get that one. And now here's Hundley. Hundley is 0 for 3. He struck out all 3 times. And now they're going to let him bat. Hundley really was the main catcher for the Dodgers. 2 men down here. Bottom of the 8th. 2 big outs by the Cubs. 3-1. Adams trying to get out of this jam. Strategy. That is a 3 and nothing happening. Adams will go ahead and he will pitch. Adams, 6-6 against the switch left. That's going to be an automatic out. And it's going to be a fly ball to center field. Lance Johnson's going to have the room. He'll get to it, make the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, and an error. The Dodgers had a chance to get some insurance, but they got nothing. 3-1 Dodgers after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? We go to the ninth. Leading off for the Cubs is Jose Hernandez. Pedro Borbon coming out. Dodgers are going to go to their closer. And their closer in 99 for this one is Jeff Shaw. Heck of a closer. 2 wins, 4 losses, 34 saves, a 2.78 ERA. So Shaw's going to come on to pitch. Right now, Borbon has the hold. So here comes Jeff Shaw to pitch to Jose Hernandez. Hernandez is 0 for 3, 266 average. Do the Cubs want to make a move? He is the shortstop. You do have some more shortstops. And no, he's going at 508 at-bats he's hitting. He has 508 at-bats. He's going to bat. Shaw will go ahead and pitch. Shaw, 2-2, error on a throw. Hernandez, 5-2. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Beltre. Beltre's error rating is a 15. That's an 8. He throws it wide. Karros' range is a 4. He'll prevent the ball from getting past him, but that's going to be an error on Beltre. That is an E5, and the tying run is coming to the plate. First error on the Dodgers in this game. They did not have any historically. And Adrian Beltre makes a huge error. Hernandez should be out. Infield double play death was a bad throw by Beltre. Luckily, Karros prevented it from getting past him. But Hernandez is safe at first. And now we're going to see a pinch hitter for Terry Adams. As Adams is going to come out. And coming on to bat for the Dodgers is going to be Manny Alexander. 271 average, no homers, 15 RBIs. Manny Alexander will pinch hit here against Shaw. Shaw can't believe that should have been an out. Strategy rolls are off. Pitcher versus batter. Shaw will pitch. Shaw, 4-4. Home run chance, but Alexander doesn't have any, so it's going to be a blank. Alexander, 5-4, but he does get a base hit past second base, and the tying runs are aboard. Hernandez has got the speed. He'll make third. Runners at the corners and no one out. Single for Hernandez. And now the Cubs at the top of the order coming on in Lance Johnson. Johnson 1 for 4. The infield is going to play back for double play. Hernandez's run at third don't mean anything. Shaw cannot believe what's happening here. Runners to the corners. Fans here at Dodger Stadium just got a little nervous. They have a 3-1 lead, but now Shaw having some issues, but the error didn't help him much. Shaw will go ahead and he will pitch. Shaw, 5-4. Pitcher result, lefty, 1-11's an automatic out. That's a 9, and that's going to be a grounder to second base. 2-1-2. Shortstop, pivot Vizcaíno a 0, a 1-2. It's a double play. No. Hernandez will come in to score. Alexander out at second. Johnson on at first. 1 out, but it's now 3-2. So they bring in the run as that goes as a fielder's choice. And the batter now is Morandini. But now it's a 3-2 ball game. And Johnson on at first. Morandini is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are back on. Shaw looking in on Morandini. The fans here at Dodger Stadium. What'd you do? Did you expect a 1-2-3 ninth inning here at RJL Network? I think not. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Shaw will pitch to Morandini. Shaw, 6-6 range play. Morandini, 2-5. It's a single into right field, but it's a range play for Mondesi. His range is a 2. No, it's going to drop in for a base hit to right field. Johnson, base runner 4. Single to right, though, -3. He only gets the third on a 1. He'll hold. Mondesi has an excellent arm out there in right field, but he holds Johnson, and once again, the tying runs are aboard. And now the batter is Sammy Sosa. Sosa 1 for 4. Shaw is tired. Question is, do you let him pitch here? Although in S1, we'll bring in Johnson. And they're going to check the bullpen, see what they want to do. And it's not really Jeff Shaw's fault. They're going to go to the bullpen. Shaw's going to come out of the game. He is tired. And if an S1 comes up, the game is tied. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers now is going to be Alan Mills. 3 wins, 4 losses, a 3.73 ERA. Alan Mills is now going to try to get a save, even though he didn't have any that year, but he's going to get a chance here. Still 1 out, top of the 9th. 3-2 Dodgers, tying runs aboard. Sosa at the plate. If any mistake is made, that's gone. Infield still a double play deck. Fans here at Dodger Stadium hoping for a big-time pitch. Barbara in the chat hoping for a big-time hit since she's going for the Cubs. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Mills gets the sign from Hundley. He will pitch. 4-5. Home run chance. But the 10 is too high. Sosa. A 2-2, and it's a ground ball to short. 3, 5, 6. Second base pivot 0. A 1-5. It's a double play. They got it. Hit the shortstop. Vizcaíno gets it. Throws to Young for 1. Young's got it. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. The Dodgers will escape in a big-time win here against the Cubs, 3-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! 1 run on 2 hits for the Cubs. Almost pulled it off. Alan Mills was a home run question mark. Against a righty, though, Sosa was against a righty was a 1-4. The D20 was a 10. Wow, Alan Mills almost pitched a grapefruit to Sosa. But it comes up as Sosa will ground it and come away, and the Dodgers will come away with the win. 1 run on 2 hits. Final line score coming up. For the Dodgers, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For the Cubs, 2 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Ismael Valdes. He'll get the win. Steve Trachsel takes the loss. Pedro Borbon's going to get a hold, and Alan Mills is actually going to wind up with the save. The game was actually very close to the actual historical. The Cubs' historical was 3-12-0. We had 2-13-1. The Dodgers was 4-7-0. We had 3-6-1. So they had 19 hits historically. So did we. Pretty close, but a heck of a game there. We are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. And good night, Miss Barbara. You are always welcome in my chat. Then again, so is everybody else. I would like to let people know as I'm getting ready for a 10-minute ticker, I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. I believe I'm at 968 or something. Let me see how many I got here. I got 907. I'm at 971 subscribers. Guys, tell people about the channel. I would love to get to 1,000 before the year is over. I'm only 29 away from 1,000 subs. It took 5 years to get there, but that's fine. I don't care. I would love to get 1,000. So please, everyone, tell people about the channel. If everybody likes to watch this kind of crazy stuff, and if they have, and ask people if they don't have any lives, can watch somebody throw dice and move cards on a board. So just to let people know. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Dodgers will take a 3-2 win over the Cubs. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. May 10th, Seattle at Boston. Mariners, 8:52, and that is 6. Red Sox, 21-21, and that is, 5. And the Mariners are going to win it. Rangers and the White Sox. Rangers, 17-22, that is 4. White Sox, 7:36, that is 4. And we have extras. Texas rolls a 6, plus 2 is 8. White Sox roll a 3, plus 2 is 5. That will be a win for the Rangers. Baltimore at Cleveland. Baltimore, 9:52, that is 6. Indians, 13:42, that is 6. And we're tied there as well, going into extras. Baltimore rolls a 2, minus 4 is negative 2. Cleveland rolls a 5, plus 2 is 7. That's going to be a win for the Tribe. Kansas City at Minnesota. I don't know about a plaque. I have no idea. Kansas City at Minnesota. I just want the 1,000. Royals, 14:53, and that is 8. Twins, 10:26, that is 4. A win for the Royals. Expos and the Diamondbacks. Expos, minus 112, that's 0. Diamondbacks, 13:61, that's 8. Mets and the Rockies. Can my Mets get a win? Mets, 13:21, 3 runs. Rockies, 9:11, 0 runs. My Mets will get a happy recap. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates, 2:16, and 1 run. Astros, 12:32, 5 runs. Win for the Stros. Marlins and the Padres. Marlins, 5:63 at 7. Padres, 10:62, and that is 8. And that's a win for the Friars. Braves and the Giants. Braves, 9:24, 3 runs. Giants, 4:34, 3 runs. That's going to extras. Braves roll a 2, plus 0. Giants roll a 4, plus 0, and that's a win for the G-Men. Phillies and the Cardinals. Phillies, 9:65, that's 9. Cardinals, 11:21, and that is 3. And the Fighting Phils will get the win. On to May 11th, Seattle at Boston. Mariners, 11:46, that's 6. Red Sox, 7:36, that's 4. A win for the M's. Rangers and the White Sox. Rangers, 12:25, and 4. White Sox, 6:53, that's 6. Baltimore at Cleveland. Orioles, 8:41, and 5 runs. Cleveland, 14:32, 5 runs, and that's going to extras. Baltimore rolls a 6, minus 4 is 2. Cleveland rolls a 2, plus 0. That is a tie, which means the Indians win by virtue of home field. Baltimore wasn't very good, I guess, in the clutch. Oakland at Detroit. Athletics, 13:24, and that's 4. Tigers 652, and that's 5. Cats will win that one. Toronto at Kansas City. Blue Jays 21-15 and 4 runs. Royals 13-35, and that's 5 runs. That's a win for the Royals. Anaheim and the Yankees. Angels 4-32, 3 runs. Yankees 13-62, 9 runs. They'll win that one. Minnesota at Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Devil, I actually look at the record at this time. Tampa Bay Devil Rays at this time did have a winning record in mid-May. Minnesota 5-31 and 3. Devil Rays 4-33, and that's also 3, and they're going to extras. Minnesota rolls a 3 plus 0. Tampa Bay rolls a 2 plus 1 is 3. That's a tie, which means Tampa Bay will win it. Montreal and Arizona. Expos 623, and that's 2. Diamondbacks 1262, that is 9. It's a win for the D-backs. Milwaukee at Cincinnati. Brewers 925, that is 3. Reds 1942, and that's 7. That game belongs to the Reds. Mets and the Rockies. Can my Mets get a win? And here you see, here's something interesting. Bobby Jones versus Bobby Jones. 2 different Bobby Joneses, of course. Mets 1831, and that is 6. Rockies 1236, and that is 5. And my Mets will get another happy recap. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 945, 5 runs. Astros 622, 2 runs. Raise the Jolly Roger. Cubs and the Dodgers. Cubs 1565, 11. Dodgers 1134 and 5. Cubs win. Marlins and the Padres. Marlins 1865, and they're getting 12. Padres 661, and they're getting 6th. Official win. Braves and the Giants. Come on, G-men. Braves 1164, and that's 9. Giants 1235, and that is 5. It's a win for the Braves. Phillies and the Cardinals. Phillies 1546, and that is 7. Redbirds 1136, and that's 5. It's a win for the Fightin' Phils. On to May 12th, Seattle at Boston. Mariners 055, that's 4. Red Sox will get this win, 2354, and that is 10. Orioles and the Indians. Orioles 15-12, that's 1. Indians 10-51, that is 6. A win for them. Oakland at Detroit. Oakland 12-56, that's going to be 8. Tigers 7-34, that is 4, and it's a win for the A's. Toronto at Kansas City. Yeah, 15-minute ticker now. May have to change it. Toronto 13-56, and that is 9. Royals 10-52, and that is 6. And that is a win for the Blue Jays. I know not much I can do about that. Remember now, of course, from 94 all the way to from 98 all the way up. They have all 30 teams. Anaheim at the Yankees. We have these 2 tomorrow. Angels 146, that is 4. Yankees 1032, and that is also 4, and they're going to extras. Angels roll a 5 plus 1 is 6. Yankees roll a 3 minus 1 is 2. That's a win for the Halos. Minnesota at Tampa Bay. Twins 655, that is 6. Devil Rays 736, that is 4. And the Twins will get the win. Expos and the Diamondbacks. Expos 521, and that's 2. Diamondbacks 1444, that's 6. A win for the D-backs. Milwaukee and the Reds. Brewers 542, 4 runs. Reds 12-21, 3 runs. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Mets and the Rockies. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 21-13. That's only 3. Rockies 946, and that is 6. And I can't sweep the Rockies. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 446, and that is 4. Astros 811, that's 0. Raise the Jolly Roger. Cubs and the Dodgers. You're thinking of using something else to get scores? You could maybe utilize, depending on what season you have, because not every season's available. But you could use History Maker Baseball's I think got a set of games for depending on the season. But I think you have to have the season in order to get the what do you call it, their quick rolls or something. You can also use on Baseball Sim Research. They have he has a dice roller set up there, and also remember Joe Bryan has a quick results chart for every season for payoff that he used for payoff picks. That's what I used first before I went to FastScore. The only thing about that, though, you're going to actually have to make your own sheets. You're actually going to have to write them out. That takes a while. Cubs and the Dodgers. That's why I like FastScore, print and play. Cubs, 815, and that is 2. Dodgers, 10-24, and that is 3. That's a win for the Dodgers. Marlins and the Padres. Now, Brian, one thing I should mention, Brian Davis doesn't have every season, but if you ask him to put a season together, he will do so. I did talk to him. He said, if there's a season that he does not have listed that you want done, email him. He'll put the season together. I don't think it will take him that long, especially he does have every season, of course, from 1950 up to today, including some older ones, but email him if there's a season you want to play that he doesn't have. Marlins and the Friars. Marlins 734, that is 4. Padres 942, that is 5, a win for the Friars. Braves and the Giants. Braves 1251, and that's 7. Giants 366, that's 9. G-Men will win. Phillies and the Cardinals. Phillies 936, that is 5. Cardinals 512, that is 0, and that's another win for the Phillies. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be May 13th. We'll be at Yankee Stadium as the Anaheim Angels will take on the New York Yankees. Omar Olivares will go for the Halos. Hideki Arabu goes for the Bronx Bombers. Should be a good matchup tomorrow night. Halos and Bombers at Yankee Stadium. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Los Angeles Dodgers put the Chicago Cubs in a cage. They win it tonight, 3-2. See you guys tomorrow.